Good morning, good friends. Welcome to episode 47 of the Love and Life Poetry with Eva Sanchez podcast. I am your friend Eva Sanchez, and I just wrote a short but sweet love poem for you. Because let me tell you, I have been not sleeping very well. I'm really tired. It's the end of my work week today, and I could not get up early to podcast at 4 a.m. So here I am trying to do this later on break time without my trusty microphone. So please bear with me. I could not come on and share with you a love poem because we're celebrating Valentine's. And Valentine's is tomorrow already. I cannot believe it. It's been a month since we started talking about love. So tomorrow, make sure to come on because we will have something very special tomorrow, early. And tomorrow, I'm expecting to come on more than once. So watch out tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a great day. And I have special surprises. Tomorrow, by the way, I'm going to be very busy even though I don't have to work, which is great that I don't have to work. I almost did because somebody wanted to go on vacation and somebody needed to cover, but thankfully my coworker decided to do it, so I didn't have to. That was great. So what I have planned tomorrow is, of course, I'm gonna get up early and then I'm gonna have my date with you, and we're gonna talk about love, and we're gonna talk about Valentine's, and we're gonna talk about how to celebrate, and I'm gonna give you some tips on how to celebrate Valentine's again, or not tips because I'm not telling you what to do. It's up to you what you do. I'm just telling you what I do, what I think, what I want, and it's up to you whatever you want to do with that information. You can just disregard it if you want. It doesn't matter. So, shall I read this poem now? I think it's the perfect time. Oh, and by the way, I forgot. So, tomorrow I'm gonna go. I'm gonna talk to you, and then in the morning at about 10 I have a play date with my children and a friend and their baby. It's gonna be amazing. We're gonna go hiking, and I hope to take pictures there as well and show you on my Facebook page and my Instagram and on my blog. And because of course I'm everywhere. If you want to get the entire Eva experience, you have to follow me more than one place because the podcast is not it. But anyways, this is what I do most, and obviously the most personal. So this is the closest that it gets. But if you want to get the full Eva experience, let me tell you, this is not it. But so tomorrow, yeah, you might see those pictures of me hiking, and then in the afternoon, I'm gonna help teach a health and wellness class. So I'm really very excited about that, and you're probably gonna see pictures of that. Some of you are not going to be interested in health or wellness. But if you are, yeah, you can check it out. Anyways, what is the name of this poem? I don't think I gave it a name. Well, let's choose a name. Let's see. The name of this poem is Heal My Soul. And you guys, I'm so excited that I'm almost going to hit 50 episodes. Like, this is just, I love doing this so much. So, and thank you to all those people who follow me on Spreaker. I noticed. Remember, you guys, I noticed. A lot of you follow me on Spreaker. Thank you very much. I really appreciate you very much. And I do want to do more things just for Spreaker only, just because you guys have been super amazing on there. Of course, if you do want to check me out anywhere else, you already know that there's 6 ways to follow this podcast on iHeartRadio, Spreaker, YouTube, Facebook page, which is Paper Eve, my blog, papereve.com, and SoundCloud. So now here we go with the poem, Heal My Soul. And your feedback is important. So please let me know if you loved it. The idea is that you're going to love one of my love poems and dedicate it to the love of your life on Valentine's. If you do that, let me know which. Here we go. Heal my soul. I found you so I could heal my soul with your kisses and your love. You're what I need and what I want too. I wonder if I'm alive so I could be with you. I must be too what you want and need. I'm happy to help you until it's time for us to leave. And let me tell you, this poem was inspired by a podcast I was just listening to, and I did not get the name of the person who was invited to the podcast. The podcast I was listening to is called Earn Your Happy, and I'm sure it's everywhere, but I listened to it on Pandora. So I told you that I listened to Jim Quick on Pandora, and then I started looking for other podcasts. I especially started looking for women podcasters because I cannot find many. There's a lot of men podcasting, and there's not that many women podcasting. So I decided to go out there and find some, and I did. I found some great women podcasts. Also, and I told you I was going to share with you some of my new favorite podcasts. So what I did is I created a board on Pinterest. I told you if you want to get the ever experience, you have to expand. I'm not just on podcasts. I've been blogging forever, and blogging means social media. So, yes. So if you want the whole ever experience, you need to listen to the podcast, check out my blog, and check me out on social media. Obviously, not all of you will care, but that's for the fans. So, anyways, so okay, so yeah, I was listening to this podcast. It's called the Earn Your Happy podcast, and the name of the podcaster is Lori Harder, I think. So something like that. But I shall include her name in the description of this episode so you can go check it out if you do feel like it, because it's a great podcast. And she's not a newbie like me. She's obviously been doing it for years, and so she's great at this point and everywhere. So you can check it out on iTunes, or you can check it out on my Pinterest board. So the idea with the Pinterest board, and I don't know if you guys are on Pinterest, Pinterest is big for blogs and bloggers. But Pinterest is basically a good place to share pictures and to get inspired. So I use Pinterest for inspiration, yes. And I've been using it for years for blog promotion, and actually it's a great tool for that. It works, so I use it because it works. So I have a lot of followers on there. The great thing about Pinterest is that you create a board around the topic. So like, for example, I have a poetry board which you are welcome to go follow or join. And then so I just created a podcast board. Obviously you listen to podcasts, so this absolutely relates to you. If you're looking for more interesting podcasts to listen to, and remember, podcasts are in many different platforms, so you can expand as well. For example, if you're listening on Spreaker, you can listen on Pandora, you can listen in many different places, on SoundCloud. So Spotify, I think they have podcasts on there too. I'm trying to get on Spotify soon. It's not, I don't care about it urgently, but soon enough I will be on Spotify as well. So if you're looking for more podcasts to follow, go to my Pinterest board. I will include, I have to log on to include the link. I cannot add the link on my phone, but I'll add the link eventually, so you can click to go to my Pinterest podcasts board if you need more podcasts to follow. Now I just created this, so it's still pretty small, but what I did is I pinned some in Spanish and in English, so you can follow both in Spanish and English, and to discover. So I separated the podcasts. Obviously, I have boards for my podcasts because I too am trying to promote my podcast. Because if I have no listeners, if my listeners just go away or stop listening, stop caring about me, this podcast will die in a week. Because the reason why I come here is because I come on and I see that you've listened, and I see that you've downloaded, and I see that you've followed, and I see that you've liked, and even sometimes comment. So that is why I'm on here doing this. It's because I see that there's people listening, even though this is new. So that is great. It's amazing, actually. So yes, I am trying to follow, share my podcast. So I have boards for my podcast. And then I have boards for podcasts in Spanish. I have board for love podcasts. I have boards for spirituality podcasts and health podcasts, etc. So the great thing about Pinterest is that you can invite people to share to your boards. So for example, I have a lot of followers. You, for example, create an account, you have no followers. I can invite you to pin to my board. And when you pin to my board, you immediately have access to all my followers. And typically that means that your following will grow exponentially. Like, it's great. So that's the good thing about share boards on Pinterest. If you're interested in finding more podcasts to follow or listen to, go to my board so you can discover some. If you speak Spanish and it's hard to find Spanish podcasts, obviously you can listen to my Spanish podcast, which, by the way, I'm really bad at posting there. And or you can go discover on more Spanish podcasts on my Pinterest board. And I would really love it if some of you join to share your favorite podcasts to my board, because I want to grow it big, to make a huge, giant podcast link fest. I just made that up. Okay. So I told you how to follow my Valentine's. Oh yeah, my Valentine's plan. I told you a little bit. So I'm gonna have a health and wellness class in the afternoon. I'm gonna help teach it after I go hiking with my kids, and then I'm gonna have a party. So I'm not gonna go on a date. My husband absolutely wanted to go on a date because he wanted to go to this club that he wanted to go. It did not work out because we don't have a babysitter. And when I tried to find one, it was just too late. So we decided to just not go out until March. March is my birthday, so we're gonna go out in March. I'm gonna find a babysitter for then. But don't volunteer because I don't want to hire anybody off the internet. Okay, my children are precious. Just kidding. Anyways, so yeah, after that, since we're not gonna go out, we're gonna have a party upstairs in our house. So we're just gonna have a private party. So that's gonna be the best. And yeah, no comments. Anyways, and so yeah, party nighttime. So I hope to maybe come on for like a poem at night or something. That would be great. And let's see. Oh yeah, and I'm gonna celebrate Friday and Saturday. So I'll be drawing a lot of hearts with my kids. When I do go to the play day, I will be bringing arts and crafts stuff for the kids to hopefully sit down and color and draw and all the stuff that I like so much. And that would be great because my friend is also interested in homeschooling, which I'm interested in homeschooling if you didn't know. And so it's great to meet with her, and hopefully we can do that every week. So yeah, I'm probably not gonna have a lot of sleep, but that's okay because I don't have to work Friday or Saturday, so I have 3 days to just party and hike and teach about health and wellness and write poetry and podcast and blog and draw hearts. So I'm not gonna be cooking. By the way, I have to clean my house. So what are you gonna do tomorrow? How are you gonna wake up your husband or wife? Watch out if you're a man. Okay, so what does your husband want the most? Give your husband what he wants. Figure out what he wants. Does he want peace and quiet? Then don't take it personally. It's not personal. That's just because he's a man and he's inferior. His brain is. So he cannot handle talking. So just give him some peace and quiet. Come listen to me. Because we can just celebrate. Like, I'm not into the Valentines thing, like girls getting together to go drink. Whatever. Let's come talk about love. So, yes, give him what he wants, even if it's peace and quiet. And believe it or not, your husband wants peace and quiet just because it's too much noise. When you give him peace and quiet, he's gonna wanna come talk to you. So trust me. So you can definitely dedicate a sweet poem to him if you think that's not gonna weird him out. I don't know. I think my husband likes my podcast because I know that if he hated it, he would tell me. Like, he would destroy me. He would be like, your podcast is awful. So he hasn't said anything like that. So I have taken that as I'm amazing. So other than that, you can give him peace and quiet while you're... Okay, I was just going to say something really, really bad. I just caught myself. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. Give him peace and quiet. How can you do that? Fill your mouth up. Just kidding. Wake him up with sex. There you go. that's a good goodbye sentence. Enjoy your Valentines. Happy Valentines for everybody. Um, that's it. Celebrate, love. Don't spend money. Don't go wild. Do something different. Whatever you do, do something different. Yes, do something different. And don't expect your husband to do anything for you that you're not willing to do for your husband. And don't expect your wife to do something for you that you're not willing to do for your wife. So if you're gonna wake up thinking, he better have a good present for me, you better be willing to wake up and go have sex with him. Quietly. With your mouth full. Oh my gosh. My mom is going to unfollow me. Okay, goodbye everybody. Thank you for listening. I love you so much. Thank you for coming to visit and check me out on all those places that you can follow me. Or let me know what you're thinking. If you're laughing or or if you're upset. Then let it go. And thank you for listening. Come back tomorrow. Let's talk again soon. Especially tomorrow. More coming tonight. Hopefully, more coming tomorrow. And watch out because I have some audiobooks coming now. I have to go back. And again, thank you. Bye bye.